The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Other people's views and troubles can be contagious. Don't sabotage yourself by unwittingly adopting negative, unproductive attitudes through your associations with others. The world turns aside to let any man pass who knows where he is going. Control thy passions, lest they take vengeance on thee. Don't just say you have read books. Show that through them you have learned to think better, to be a more discriminating and reflective person. Books are the training weights of the mind. They are very helpful, but it would be a bad mistake to suppose that one has made progress simply by having internalized their contents. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Attach yourself to what is spiritually superior, regardless of what other people think or do. Hold to your true aspirations, no matter what is going on around you. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. Freedom is the name of virtue, slavery of vice. None is a slave whose acts are free. Of pleasures, those which occur most rarely give the most delight. Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. He can anger you only when you permit yourself to be disturbed by him. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. Circumstances don't make the man. They only reveal him to himself. First, learn the meaning of what you say, and then speak. If evil be said of thee, and if it be true, correct thyself. If it be a lie, laugh at it. All religions must be tolerated, for every man must get to heaven in his own way. God gave man 2 ears, but only 1 mouth, that he might hear twice as much as he speaks. Events do not just happen, but arrive by appointment. If you would cure anger, do not feed it. Say to yourself, I used to be angry every day, then every other day. Now, only every 3rd or 4th day. When you reach 30 days, offer a sacrifice of thanksgiving to the gods. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. Do not try to seem wise to others. Does anyone bathe in a mighty little time? Don't say that he does it ill, but in a mighty little time. Does anyone drink a quantity of wine? Don't say that he does ill, but that he drinks a great quantity. For unless you perfectly understand the principle from which anyone acts, how should you know if he acts ill? Thus you will not run the hazard of assenting to any appearances, but such as you fully comprehend. With every accident, ask yourself what abilities you have for making a proper use of it. If you see an attractive person, you will find that self-restraint is the ability you have against your desire. If you are in pain, you will find fortitude. If you hear unpleasant language, you will find patience. And thus habituated, the appearances of things will not hurry you away along with them. Seek not the good in external things. Seek it in yourselves. Caretake this moment. Immerse yourself in its particulars. Respond to this person, this challenge, this deed. Quit evasions. Stop giving yourself needless trouble. It is time to really live, to fully inhabit the situation you happen to be in now. It is not so much what happens to you as how you think about what happens. Difficulty shows what men are. Therefore, when a difficulty falls upon you, remember that God, like a trainer of wrestlers, has matched you with a rough young man. Why? So that you may become an Olympic conqueror, but it is not accomplished without sweat. No man is free who is not master of himself. If you would be a reader, read. If a writer, write. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid with regard to external things. Don't wish to be thought to know anything. And even if you appear to be somebody important to others, distrust yourself. For it is difficult to both keep your faculty of choice in a state conformable to nature, and at the same time acquire external things. But while you are careful about the one, you must of necessity neglect the other. Know first who you are, then adorn yourself accordingly. There is but one way to tranquility of mind and happiness, and that is to account no external things thine own, but to commit all to God. Resolve to live as a grown-up who is making progress, and make whatever you think best a law that you never set aside. And whenever you encounter anything that is difficult or pleasurable, or highly or lowly regarded, remember that the contest is now. You are at the Olympic Games. You cannot wait any longer, and that your progress is wrecked or preserved by a single day and a single event. That is how Socrates fulfilled himself, by attending to nothing except reason in everything he encountered. And you, although you are not yet a Socrates, should live as someone who at least wants to be a Socrates. Concerning the gods, there are those who deny the very existence of the Godhead. Others say that it exists, but neither bestirs nor concerns itself not, has forethought for anything. A third party attribute to its existence and forethought, but only for great and heavenly matters, not for anything that is on earth. A fourth party admits things on earth as well as in heaven, but only in general and not with respect to each individual. A fifth, of whom were Ulysses and Socrates, are those that cry, I move not without thy knowledge.